experiences already, especially Hondo has the battles there too. Let's take a look here. This time they go for high ground. He beats them to the drop. Whoa! Best Savage!
They have options. They can loot up. They can get the resources, everything that they want, and more as Aqua gets knocked, but Tayson gets taken apples.
This is now, again, the second time we get to catch it real early where they have this slight advantage. The last time it was Looter who fell first and then left it all up to Muzz. It's looking like this might be the same story once again. Looter and Muzz notably not that successful in early game battles versus Larson and Smite as a comparison who have such better odds just historically. And so far it's been just like that.
Yeah, that was a huge shot landed by Muzz, but in that 2v1 situation, it's easy to kind of stabilize yourself, heal up, and now Muzz is just trying to get out. He's trying to survive, and it's going to be up to Larson and Smite to kind of let him. Do you let him survive? You continue to chase, and right now, they are hot on his heels. They don't want to let these 2 points. They don't want to let that refresh. They don't want to let this elimination slip through, and right now, it is not, but that was an explosive ending. That Muzz almost makes magic happen.
Smite says, you want a show? I'll give you assert yourself here. Meanwhile, on the other side, Vico and Marine push up on retake and Novice here inside the box. Vico with a quick finish and then steps over to the side. He 2v1s at the reality tree as well. And oh, the punishment.
Different situations. He's just trying to get out. He realized so many teams are here. So many teams are trying to disrupt and kind of put their hand into the mix. And that's not something they want to be a part of. But at the same time, they're so close together. There's only so much you can do. But Runa, he takes a huge amount of damage. They got to figure out a way to stabilize right here. But Chimp and Scram, they know so many teams are around. They don't want to bite up more than they can chew. They don't want to put themselves in a position they might later regret as the shots are still coming in. Scram goes down. Chimp under siege. He's trying to figure out a way to survive. He has no builds left to his name. Rabab Kebab as well. Every single one of these players are now going to be stuck in zone.
This is crazy. Runa and Peppo start to fight back. They have the shield chug there, and it's going to allow them to go ahead and heal back up. And now they run in to the zone, hunting for Robot. Peppo's like, no, I want this fight. Robot plays the low ground. Runa comes to support, and all of a sudden he is trapped like a mouse chasing cheese, and it might just be all over here. 10 HP, moments are ticking. Runa's down, he's hurt, but Watts falls first, and Peppo gets the first elimination there for his duo.
1 HP for Runa.
Well, starts today, but game 5 here, they find these 2 early eliminations, and we know that they love to play the higher ground. Just we want to show you guys these reactions. They're so happy to find this as well. The dance.
That's where you take it into your own hands. Take full control of that one. And you can see he was just out of position. You cannot be out of position. Turning for me, but it looks like Vincent and Arthur are closing the distance. They might be below as well. This is between 2 teams, 2 powerhouses trying to land big shots. BH Sin loses his teammate. 2v1 situation. Arthur and Mixon trying to get into the box.
This is the first time we see
threshold, and this is exactly the plays that you have to make, especially on a team that's looming into the distance. Basil in a 1v2 situation, he tries to peek and take a shot.
We might have to turn our focus to Peppo and Runa. They find clicks right above, snacking it through. Cammy and Seti put the shield bubble. Is just a 500 head play. Look at the play right here. We absolutely love to see these crazy strategies play out, and there's a reason they are up at the top.
This is just out.
Are, you know, fighting with one hand tied behind their back.
Shields get dropped.
That's a full elim worth of damage here. Oh no!
I didn't mean to curse.
Oh mine and turning off. Here it is, 3 seconds before the reveal. They're gonna take the fight against Alex and Bailey. Alex and Bailey are multi-FNCS champions of the OCE region. Murstache and Malabuka looking to step up to this huge challenge here. Gotta be careful though, this is what they love to do! And a great tag here. This is why Murstache and Malabuka are some of the best. The Chrome Shield comes down though, and that'll buy them some time.
And right now, Storm Surge taking out a lot of these teams. If you get your shields cracked, they will hear it and they will go. As Malabu's from Murstache, they know the position that they're in. It's all or nothing because you can't make it too much farther with the resources that you have. Alex goes down, or takes down Threat. Murstache and Malabuka, they're going to be the ones that get all the loot because of it. As Baka and Onwin trying to stay alive, they're trying to protect what's theirs.
And they do just that. They get a little bit for their efforts, not much, but they're alive, and they've done some damage. They've defended the territory, and everyone backs up. Let's take a wider look here. Fadil has to give up the high ground. Everyone's making a rotate. Thomas, HD, and Tripper still a launch pad in the bag as they get to half and half out. This is excellent. Such an excellent position to be in. Switches over to hard material, and they fortify up and branch out. What? And a play here just to even play for territory to open up the domain right now.
Malibu Current Mustache met their demise. Both King and Hellfire get an elimination each, taking out one of EU's exciting teams is Queasy and Vino. Another exciting team coming in with all the momentum in the world, winning an EU Elite Cup, winning the NA East Elite Cup Finals back-to-back in the same day.
Great.
If that's not what you call preparation, I don't know what is.
And they're showing us why they're up at the top right now. And they are taking advantage. A north or west zone is excellent for a team like Vino and Queasy. They find Anas down low. That's going to be their 4th elim. Pink does not stand a chance if they decide to focus together, but it's more important for them to maintain the position right now. And this zone's going far. It's going to cut back towards Acorn and Edgy side. Scented and Cold have more of a dominant rotate here, and this is all shaping out to be a great game.
Look at that mountain. They got to go down the hill and then back up the hill. This is literally going to be a roller coaster ride of an end game. And if you don't have a launch pad, if you don't have chrome splashes, I wish you best of luck.
Well, we do know if you do, Cold and Scented go ahead and put the chrome splashes to the use here, to the test, and they jump right over that bush and into it. It's going to be a great spot. Meanwhile, everyone else takes to the high ground. Peppo finds an elim, and Yumi is going to fall there too. He is the victim of the loot that we are watching get sniped up by Larson and Smite here.
You know, they called it though. They called it's going to start at the drop spot of Grim Gables. They take out Mud and Looter, and they keep things going. Repscar peaks at the right time, finds the shots on the cool. Another elimination going over. And this could be a moment for him to remember for the rest of his days if he can continue to clutch up big like that as Joe and Z-Andy trying to be the first team on the day to win 2 victory royales.
And Smite and Larson are still in the game as well. Vino and Queasy have the high ground. Queasy manages to crank his way on up, and that is what you call a well-executed launch pad play there to keep them in the run here, but there's still more points that they have to close out. Here goes Smite. He's going to go for the pad play. Z-Andy and Joe get to the front side of zone now. They rotate their way on out as well, and this is coming back off, way off the height. This is such a tough and just honestly difficult zone to play.
The Epic Games Fortnite roller coaster continues yet again. Down the mountain, up the mountain. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a loop-de-loop come through as Repguard's trying to catch one off guard, but it's he who gets caught off guard by Z-Andy.
And just like that, he is down and out. Tripper and Thomas HD, we get to get a little temperature check from them. They are on the mid-ground, right above Scented and Cold. Smite loses Larson on the rotate, and he is now left by himself. Just places away from 10th here. Can he hold on? Peppo does enough, but not enough to beat Vortexter. Here's Onwin and Baka. They had made such an excellent use of surviving their drop spot. Joe finds Noah. Down he goes, and Joe's hurt. 20 HP. This is not looking good.
Quick moving, quick thinking, trying to get out, but he gets caught at the tail end as Queasy and Vino. Zone after zone after zone, no matter where this roller coaster went, they stayed on top. Baka loses Onwin, but he takes down Fash. Back up against the wall. He gets 2. Baka gets 2. 7 eliminations for the NA West.
And he has shown you how good he is and why he deserves to be here. Even when he is counted out, he is showing up. But hold up, Scented, Cold now, back in the mix here. They already have done one, but can they get another? But Grolls and Rifty are showing they finally have an end game, and they are making big do with it. There's a 3rd elim, 30 points already earned in this round. Baka fights back, but Cold and Scented get to get all that sweet loot.
Yep, towards the low ground, along with Thomas HD and Tripram. This one is going to get messy for everybody that's stuck down low. But for Vino and Queasy, they have the elevation. They have a huge advantage. Plenty of mats to work with. That's a recipe for success. But it's up to Cold and Scented and a few other teams to try to take down the high ground team.
And don't forget, Tripper and Thomas, who had a 10-point lead, is still here as well. Thomas HD wants more though. Down goes Grolls, and they are closing the gap. But he loses his teammate. He's gonna fall. Top 3 now. Scented is still in the mix here, in the conversation. But no, Bill, big shot comes in from up top. And all of a sudden now, it is looking so dicey. Queasy is just waiting.
Waiting for that perfect opportunity. They have the high ground. They drop down low. The game is theirs after they take down Bevy. That is game number 5, sealed up by Vino and Queasy.
And the biggest game we've seen so far in terms of elims, coupled with a victory royale. Huge 11-piece pickup right there for Vino and Queasy. Now think back to that interview when they sat there, Vino very nonchalantly, hands behind his back. He said, "We are the best, undoubtedly."
As EU takes yet another game. Honestly, this was the hottest team coming in to the FNCS Invitational. NA East, EU wins. And in that reign as well, they won about like 5 games in a row, I think. That's impressive.
That is right. Vino and Queasy are coming off some of the hottest streaks we have ever seen, and they managed to maintain that momentum. Let's just go ahead and tune in and see what's going on in their minds.
Yes, that's right. I'm here. We got Game 5 winners, Queasy and Vino! Queasy, fantastic work there. Eliminations, an extraordinary end to game number 5.
Yeah. What else is there to say?
What else is there to say? I mean, the competition has been great to you guys today. You had unbelievable work thus far. Scored a lot of points in this competition. How much are you enjoying your time here as well?
A lot, to be fair. It's amazing. Like the atmosphere and everything is just sick to be here.
Yeah, and we saw as well, you know, we saw that obviously the storm moved up mountains, down again. How integral is resource material management in situations like that?
It's very important, but it's also great getting refreshes. Me and Queasy got good refreshes. We kept our mats alive. We used our splashes well. We played that game really well.
Now you've got 1 game left today before we kind of pull the curtain down on day number 1. You seem to be feeling confident. You seem very laid back. Has it been a competition you expected, or has there been other things at work here that you didn't expect coming into this?
The Asia team surprised me.
Yeah.
They've been doing really good. Brazil's been doing good. NE's not so good, but I think everyone's doing good, you know. And the competition's been good. No one's really been on high ground, and it's going well for us.
And you guys delivered the goods. One more time, give it up for Queasy and Vino, your Game 5 winners! Let's head back to Zeke.
Cool, calm, collected, and memes. That is also how I live my life sometimes, occasionally. Queasy and Vino, we've watched them come so close to the top several times now, right? Almost making it, taking high grounds at those pivotal moments, but it hasn't quite lined up perfectly. And now that it does, it's not even just the victory royale. It's also the 11 eliminations they put on the board.
Look, all day they've been trying to set themselves up for this match. We saw it in the beginning of this tournament today. I mean, they were going for high ground, they were going for the setup, but they just had these little mistakes that didn't permit them to get it. But now, they showed why they are one of the fan favorites coming into this tournament to take it home. The first duo to reach more than double-digit elims. They had 11 total eliminations, and it's what you love to see.
You know what? It doesn't happen by accident either. These guys have definitely seen some progression throughout today. We saw it in the previous game. We saw them go down to Surge. It wasn't ideal for them. This time, though, we saw them rotate all the way up towards those wrists, towards...
Thank you so much, Kelly. Shout outs to Thomas HG and Tripper, and they are currently holding strong in 2nd place. And if you look at that little dash, that means they've not gone anywhere, right? And I do want to highlight that for just a single moment. 2 games back, we watched Malabuka go on an absolute tear, but then Tripper said, "Nah, son, this is my lobby, take a seat," and that's how they're still holding strong. We have to kind of talk about the top 10 here, right? With only a single game left to go, we're setting ourselves up for tomorrow, right? And Thomas HG and Tripperin, they're looking real good.
I mean, they're looking more than good, Zeke. Queasy and his duo partner, we're in the 1st place spot, but 2nd place, that's Thomas Tripperin, and they are playing so well. Just looking at their highlights here, they're setting themselves up for the late game, and just now with the interview with Kelly, you saw they're still always thinking, right? What can change? What can we adapt to? How can we play better? How can we take home that trophy?
Yeah, and these are 2 very, very talented solo players. For those that don't know the region very well, of course, Trippin and Thomas. Those guys are incredible solo players. We've seen solo clutch after solo clutch from both of them in the Elite Cups, in the Cash Cups leading before that, and they are just a dynamic duo when things go well. Sometimes things can be a little bit difficult for them when they do get split up. You know, they have to rely on the other person. We've seen that a little bit.
It's me, Vino. I'm just going to pick up both of you. Thanks. Like, they are capable of this, so I'm not ready to count them out. I think you love to see it. Now, really quickly, as we gear up for game number 6, we come back to the standings, right?
currently, we see Cammy and Seti, they keep kind of ping-ponging, right? They have a really strong game, then they have a game where they, funnily, throw a shield bubble on a boat. One of the funniest things I think I've ever seen, but then can't transition that because of the shambles positioning. So what has kind of been happening?
I mean, it's Fortnite, right? It's hard to predict what's going to happen next because you have so many opponents changing their playstyle and adapting to the same match you're in. But knowing Cammy and Seti, they know how to deal with it, right? They can